You know, I don't want to speak too soon. I think when we approach TI time, Earthshaker kind of always comes back into the meta, but it's just not great against Wraith King. I think Timbersaw, even though it's open, is just nigh uncountered. Yeah, sure, Hoodwink has a break, but that's removable by a Lotus Orb or a self-heals. And I'm very concerned with the damage output of OG in this game if Thompson does not crush.
To be fair, when you're talking about Earthshaker countering Wraith King, you mean like in a general game sense. Doesn't Earthshaker do well in lane against Wraith King?
I mean, it's not terrible, but it depends on the build. I think you can beat him if you go for the like enchant aftershock style, but I don't know. Like when I've seen offlane Earthshaker work, that's how it was played. But I haven't seen it in so long. I don't know if that's what Seb's gonna do.
Well, we'll have to keep an eye on that. He did get Fissure level 1 just to be able to block the opposing creep wave, so his creeps would power make hard for the Wraith King, get all that yes. I'm gonna watch Saksa. Oh, nice bushwhack. Managed to pull save back in as he's trying to do this pulling of the creeps and may end up dying here. He's gonna be run down river. If they can get another bushwhack,
Oh, nice shot.
Loses his courier, but if he gets the kill...
Are you guys gonna play the game? Are you guys gonna play the game?
He tried to move over to low ground. I think he's not gonna be able to get 2 hits in. Not the case.
I'm a big save fan now, after learning that I would be the person he wants to be stuck in a desert island with. So,
that's all it
I'm
takes,
quite happy he escaped. Yep. But we'll see. The Spectre top versus Timbersaw is an interesting lane. We saw this at the major quite a bit. They effectively just trade. No Tail's going to do a little bit to help zone, but you really just can't against Timber. Although the tri-lane may force DM away. At least for now. I mean, the safe lane tri-lane makes sense, but there's a huge creep wave now facing Sumail, and CP likely just going to come up here and duel 2-on-3. Cure the XP at least.
Yeah, seems like not a terrible idea, but between the Earthshaker offlane, so he can Fissure off for himself, and then like, their only solution to this Timbersaw early is just... We'll see how much longer this lasts, though. Sumail getting plenty of last hits under tower. I went back and looked at some of the carries that he was playing for OG the last time he was on this roster. And it started off, he was playing all those, you know, hard carry. Phantom Lancer, but as time went on, he was playing more and more aggressive to it. Started turning it like Furion. DM may end up dying here. I thought he was going to be okay, and he will be. Loses most of his life, and they're extremely shoved out of lane.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Cap. I mean, we're probably not going to see it in this tournament, to be fair. I'm sure some strats are going to be saved. But looking at Sumail and the new OG, I really hope that by the time qualifiers roll around, they've got their special flavor, you know? But when you think about OG at TIs, they had pretty huge strategical edges. They had heroes nobody else could play. And I don't know if just putting Sumail on Ana's 4 heroes is really the best option for them as a roster.
Well, they at least got to be able to have the option.
I suppose, but Sumail, do you really see him as a Spectre player?
Maybe, but if the meta turns into you need to be able to play Phantom Lancer, Spectre, Warpling, like if you have to play hard carries in order to fit the patch, then by God, Sumail's gonna have to be that player, right?
Well, that's a good point. I mean, we know he can morph. Spectre's is not really stylistically his. Bottom lane, Seb.
Taking a bit of damage, but he's just gonna go for the TP out. It's gonna be a close call, but he does manage to live. Fountains, so he'll have to take a walk. Bit of a walk back. Thompson in this mid matchup up against GPK has been awfully close, but it looks like GPK has secured a large number of 6 denies for the puck against a Void Spirit. You're supposed to have a CS advantage as Void, right?
Yeah, he's done a pretty good job. I mean, GPK is probably the best mid laner in CIS right now. He's just played the lane quite well. I think he double waved him at the very start of the game. But the concern I have is that if you look at Seb's CS, a little behind. He's going for the tranquil style, and yeah, he's got 2 points aftershock, so he'll be playing more of this aggressive, like up in your face style. But when I see a enemy Wraith King with face boots up already, I get very concerned for the life of my offlane Shaker.
Seb once again trying to go on him as best he can. It looks like straight magic wand blink dagger. Seb knows what he wants, and that is being able to start team fights as soon as possible. Way to be able to deal with K, especially since HK is having a sustaining phase. Having the instant disable and a large amount of burst damage is always preferable against a Puck. Thompson turning around and fighting them a little bit. It's just
It's a very strange build. Okay, sorry, I for some reason didn't register he had a bottle. I'm like, what? He skipped bottle? But yeah, there's no way. Nobody does that.
That would be very weird. This patch of all things.
Yeah.
Splinter Blast not quite landing there on a Seb. Turns around, does manage to get a two-man Fisher. No tail is here to be able to help out. Actually does wake up the Wraith King. Actually fight. Nice bushwhack, but GPK offers more than enough damage.
Yeah, so far so good for VP. I'm looking at the OG lineups and I'm finding some pretty big issues with their damage output. This is another storyline from the major, but if you think about it, Void Spirit, Earth, and Earthshaker, pretty much just XP based damage, not really scaling too hard. Whereas on the side of VP, not only do you have really tanky heroes like Timber and Wraith King, but you've got sustain behind it. Bottom lane Seb is likely dead.
Yeah, he's Nightfall. He could pop a reincarnation, they could probably slow him down and kill him, but they're not able to. Bushwhack is going to be able to hold in Kingslayer here. Cold Embrace, not going to be able to TP out, so the OG's first kill of the game.
Said a little spooky there, but he did have a raindrop, so he would have been just fine if he caught that last blast. DM, I think.
Thompson does manage to catch GPK, just poking at him and what reactions he can force.
The trouble is, Cap, this offlaner disparity is pretty huge. That's why we don't see the Earthshaker. Yeah, you can get this lane control back, but unlike Timbersaw, who you can see is just tanking tower and killing enemy safe lane, Earthshaker is now just sort of walking around with tranquil boots. And yeah, you can sit in lane, but I fear that DM might just come down here at a point and start bullying him out.
Oh yeah. Yourself in the safe lane, that's what Timbersaw's typically want to be able to do, but he doesn't need to right now because Nightfall feels so unthreatened. Since he doesn't play mid lane, they're going to try and jump on a Thompson here. They had a way to be able to break the coil. This would be a lot easier, but it looks like they need to run out of dispels here. And just a little bit more damage, but he does manage to double jump away. Thompson survived.
OG doing a nice job. They've got raindrops on how many heroes? Only 3, but very valuable against the Puck specifically, along with the Wyvern. You get full reduction on any of their spells.
Saber build for our Spectre. No early Blade Mail pick, which we sometimes see as Spectre.
I don't want to speak too soon, Cap, but VP, we saw this all year long, and sure they underperformed at the major, but like they're really far ahead when you consider the amount of map control that they have right now. And I don't see how OG start making moves until they have significantly more core items up.
Kingslayer's like, okay. See if you want a suicide for that ward. The turnaround stomp with a Splinter Blast. Oh, the raindrop blocked the damage there. Okay. Echo Slam going down. No Tail still going to be chased down by Nightfall. But the final threat does the trick to get the kill. Kingslayer, though, is going to be left behind. Nightfall, though, not too concerned. We'll just keep on pushing out the lane. Again, they are not addressing this Wraith King, and they are not addressing this Timbersaw, Kyle. And do believe your concerns are well warranted.
Yeah, it's just VP, you know, when they looked rough, it was typically when they weren't able to do this kind of 3 lanes playing as bully. You know, it doesn't feel like any of the cores are really under any threat whatsoever. You can see all three populate the top of the net worth chart. And there's no natural playmaker on the side of OG in terms of either hero or support duo. Yeah, Thompson can get involved, but again, the issue is, oh, hang on, no finger.
And on Thompson, no finger, as you said. So once again, it feels like they may run out of damage here. Follow up, there's the silence this time around. They get him caught. Sumail's going to show up for this fight immediately. Cold Embrace laid on to save. They're going to point blank stomp him. DPK has another round of spells coming in soon. This does not look good for OG whatsoever, especially now that DM is here. Sumail will manage to get that one kill, yes. Haste Room will be able to get out, but still does not look great, as now Virtus Pro are going to use his momentum on that mid tower while Nightfall is still farming.
I mean, Sumail has haster, otherwise I don't think he gets the kill or survives. Really nice movement from DM. He just shoves in top and just connects towards mid to guarantee his team can win that engagement. And now I love it, yeah, he's got a hood who just hangs tower, the offensive flip. You're gonna push with this catapult and secure tier 1 mid. Like you said, bottom lane, Nightfall, he has a relic and 600 gold. He's just chilling.
I don't know, man. OG's getting... And they legitimately just look like they can't. This person's gonna set up a double kill most likely with Chakram through.
Like... Yeah, I don't know how to strategically analyze this one, Cap. VP just kind of casually collecting kills and towers. Now very, very far ahead of the network. We're gonna check the replay. Yeah, Kingslayer just uses his button, says, oh hey, those two heroes are on top of each other. And I'll ult one. And then my Timber will kill both, because they're both strength heroes that were actually, in the case of Shaker, last picked into my Timber.
Yeah. Now Nightfall's gonna move up to the top lane, but he's gonna have Relic now. Radiance expected in just a minute. There's gonna be no space left on the map for OG to be able to farm. I mean, it's a good thing they have very active heroes and they only want the Spectre farming. Well, I think there's only going to be space for Spectre. Seb still needs to finish up the blink. That is one thing. Definitely needs the blink first. They're gonna go for the shot. He didn't kill the Lion, but now Sumail has been baited into a nasty position. He's gonna lose his life. Sit from the finger. And 7-3, 5,000 net worth in. I mean, 5K is a lot for sure. But we've seen teams come back from that. The problem is that I'm concerned OG don't even scale that well. Besides,
I don't know, Cap. I like how I noticed you've started to pace your words slower. Because they're really, it's brutal right now. I'm watching.
Are you trying to say that we need to slow down our commentary because there's not anything to say? And so we just fake things down? What?
Exactly.
I love you for your What? Curse bottom lane Kingslayer. He needs a TP in, and he's gonna have one. DM actually faking the TP is not gonna complete that one. So Sumail can still go for this dive, but OG have yet to pick up a kill anywhere in this. They're not gonna, or tower kill rather. They're not gonna be able to take the bottom lane. It seems like Kingslayer's still gonna hang out. See if there's gonna be a rotation from Virtus. I mean, if I'm VP, I don't want to give them anything. Once again, Kingslayer gonna go for the Arctic Burn away. Sumail, he's gonna pop the Haunt. He's not gonna be able to kill the Winter Wyvern. I'm not sure where he's planning on going with this one, but okay, he's gonna stay on top of Kingslayer. The break does actually hit. Sharpshooter onto the puck, brings him a little bit low. Save is now here. They're gonna be able to kill Seb, No Tail, and Sumail are gonna try and run down this puck. They don't really have any lockdown between the two of them. A little bit of damage here. JPK does a lot of damage over to Sumail and turns around. DM is able to push him off. JPK gets away from the bushwhack. He's gonna be okay. No Tail in his haste Sumail is going to fall behind. Well, sure enough, yeah. Virtus Pro, they don't even bring Nightfall to the engagement. Even though he had his Radiance, he decides, my team's got this one. I'm just going to push on mid.
I just want to clarify for the viewers at home. I'm a huge fan of Sumail and a proud owner of one of the only 10 Sumail liquid jerseys ever printed. But with that said, him and the boys are getting absolutely thrashed right now, Cap. This game is 4-on-5. Nightfall is 1-0-1. He's just chilling in the jungle. He's buying whatever he wants. DPK now with a blink. I don't know. But now there's an Echo Saber on top. I'm not sure. I know it's the item of the patch, Cap, but I don't know if the double attacks is really going to create enough of a game-breaking situation here to help turn this around. However, Seb has a Blink Dagger, maxed out Aftershock. That should do it. He's the X Factor now for his squad.
He's going to have some sort of gigantic ultimate turn this game. Thompson with the Echo Saber does mean that when you Astral Step through, actually does proc the flow. So between that and the step slow, they actually don't move hardly. But yeah, I'm gonna agree with you there that it's not really a change.
7K at 16 minutes. This is typically when VP looks good. Was always with them ahead. Part of their issues in the international lanes have been they weren't allowed to get this far ahead. And I love Nightfall just YOLO TPing in top, doesn't care who might be there, full vision up, but the Wraith King with the reincarnate.
Paul seems very unconcerned about this one. He may be losing his first life here. The coil's going to go out, locking down Thompson yet to be able to finish off the first life with Nightfall. It won't be able to get it. Now Sox is running away from Save, who missed his first strike. Sox through the trees, knowing that DM wouldn't be able to pursue quite as easily, will manage to out, but I'm not sure what exactly that idea was. Maybe they were hoping that Virtus Pro would 5-man up and Seb would be able to move. Virtus Pro pretty cautious in some of their moves, keeping their spacing nicely for the moment. And even if he does manage to hit that Echo Slam, there's always Kingslayer with the rebuttal. Similar combo breaking ultimate.
How far should I allow to do that?
As harsh as you want.
The Wraith King has a Radiance and a built-in Aegis, Cap. They use a lot of spells. I watched Hoodwink channel an ultimate, and Astral in. There's nothing.
That move was dumb.
It was really dumb, Cap. Very dumb. Not the kind of move that you expect to see out of players of this caliber, especially up against heroes like fucking Lion, even Wyvern, right? Any of these three, waiting in the wings or just late season in, it's going to be an immediate turnaround. Specifically on a hero like Void Spirit, who, again, has an Echo Saber, rather than any method of cleansing silence, dealing additional magical damage, perhaps an Ags for some sort of team fight. You know, an earlier Orchid I could have seen.
Yeah, an earlier Orchid would have been nice. Kill the puck. Or maybe assassinate some of the forts, but as is, you don't have it to say. He can't even, like, hunt down the lion aggressively. Or he gets off, and then if he gets hexed, then he's probably dead. Alright, well, they will finally get tier 1 tower here. Sumail is being gifted this one. The rest of Virtus Pro not gonna back up. They're too busy controlling the map, setting up for tier 2 push, perhaps then going for Roche on it. Trying to chase Saksa into a position where Save can Bushwhack going down, No Tail following up with the stomp. Now what? Apparently tier 2 falls and OG runs away.
Hang on. Seb's got the blink.
The long walk around. Thompson. first things first. That is the right way for OG to be able to win a fight. Now Seb could show himself. Be careful around nice little nice punch that was pulling from Thompson, but eventually JPK does kill Saksa in return. Here comes Seb, does manage to get a jump on. They finish him up, they do. Stomp to be able to follow that off well. Thompson is out, and it looks like it's now up to Seb and Sumail trying to cover each other's tracks. Base. Unfortunately, Seb not making it out live here. Nightfall is just completely undeterred and unstalled out in every single one of these fights, blocking at people, banging on them until they die.
Yeah, it was actually a pretty solid fight from OG. Their only real way to take an engagement would be, as they did, kill off both supports. The trouble is, the Wraith King and Timber, they're simply unkillable at this phase of the game. They're much too strong. But all in all, a pretty solid team fight. And, you know, Sumail is closing in on his Manta. Just the Desolate maxed out will be a very important tool if they try and kill a hero like, say, Timbersaw later on. And Seb, he chose to go with the solo puck rather than the 2 strength force, but I think it was the right move because they do finish that kill on GPK, who I think has also made the right choice here. You can see he's got queued up and Neon Disc. Really, all he fears is that Shaker combination. So just live through. You'll be certain to get all of your spells up. Now an Orchid as well on Voice Flute. That's something to fear. Good coil.
So they and Roshan, but they can't do anything about it. Which leads me to wonder, what's the point of scanning at all? I mean, Sumail kind of poked at them with the stomp, but ultimately, the Orchid is going to be able to catch out GPK. He dies. OG with a big kickoff there, and maybe they can't contest Roshan with Virtus Pro, overextending themselves. The push back in Saksa, though, is not going to be able to find any follow-up from his ally.
The thing is, since they took this outpost, it becomes so much easier for VP to control the Roche pit. You know, GPK now has an incredible location to teleport into, but in addition, it gives them that vision and control. So, how does OG actually enter the pit when you consider there's not just 2 wards, but this other structure providing map control? So they're going to need some kind of smoke maneuver. Echo up in 10. Sumail's Haunted is ready. Not out of this, you know, we've been memeing a little bit, but OG, they just have to kill the support.
Look at this setup, right? No Tail gets a really aggressive mid-ward down. They want to be able to find GPK. They know he's TPing in. GPK's a smart bingo. He TP's far to the left-hand side. Very safe position. They wouldn't be able to see him coming in. They're going to smoke themselves on over. Stomp's going to be able to hit DM. Meanwhile, Roshan, easy to finish first. He's OG far enough away. Not going to be there to contest the Aegis. Up, Sumail. We chase after here. Let's go ahead and pop the Haunt. They see, save. Haunt, Winter's Curse immediately put on Thompson. He tried to jump after Kingslayer. Now he's going to be a serious couple of the four follow-up. 3-man Thompson as well. But Conklin pullback. There's a bunch of damage, and Sumail still coiled up. It's going to snap himself there. 3 cores dying of OG as they all in committed for a kill that they not have.
Steady,
Hopefully we have that save, because I can certainly point to an impact play from that last engagement as Seb blinks in to the Winter's Curse and then gets absolutely obliterated by DM on the Timbersaw. Really nice 3-click Orchid from Thompson. He prevented Save's initiation, but got a bit greedy and tried to blow up the Wyvern with no actual stun or disable, and he just ulted. And from there, VP crushed through the fight.
Interesting.
Yeah,
really
check
well
it out by Kingslayer. We'll watch this one again. They jump him. And Thompson, I think, in a way, has the right idea.
There's Seb.
But yeah, he blinks into the AoE. He saw a 2-man Echo and instead blinks a little bit too close to that Winter's Curse. That groups them all up for a plethora of spells. Virtus Pro certainly don't have any lack.
See, the line has been drawn. Save giving the arrow and telling his team they're in their base, we will kill them shortly. But yeah, that was a 3-man lion stun, coil, silence, and a round of timber spells. Very tough to live through that.
What do you think about Winter Wyvern's success at Sumail? He secret. You can tell. Oh no, he's found foil. He's gonna try and snap it and run through the trees here, and we'll be able to get a follow-up stun from Nightfall. He's in trouble. The flamethrower also slowing him down there. Seems like a whole fire forest gonna be going up. 14,000 net worth lead. At this point, it feels like we're waiting for Virtus Pro to just close out the game.
Oh yeah, I mean DM with his signature flamethrower, as previously seen in the 14th of McCluskey, and Thompson has just gone in, but there were multiple heroes there. He's just double.
Unfortunately, Bushman not quite latching on to save Finger. Put Thompson in his place. He dared to get a little bit too aggressive. Doxa also going to be down here. Never mind. Bushwhack first before Sage could get the disable out. Still, though, hard for this Hoodwink to be able to get away safely. Blind Earthquake is going to be able to find that kill on Doxa. Meanwhile, Nightfall apparently somehow found No Tail. He was trying to stall this bottom tier 2 push, but well, apparently doesn't need any allies. They're showing 3 heroes at top, but it doesn't matter. He's still banging on the tier 2. He knows that OG is right.
Oh, yeah, this has been one of the more relaxing carry matches that you'll see. Once again, check out the play as it appears he died. Oh, they got saved. Mid lane.
Okay. It's a nice start for OG if they can get out, but it's well through. Seb's TP away. Seb will manage to buy out a BKB as he dies. So at least he'll have that.
$17K gold lead, Cat. OG have been in this situation before. Once a draft like this, they may find themselves in this situation again. But let's not count them out.
Yeah, what was when you were down by this month? Pretty awesome. What would you tell you?
I say, guys, you know, it's not over. Keep fighting. Play for pick. And typically, we would lose the game anyway. But
that wasn't a very inspiring speech.
I was not great at the motivation in games like this.
I'm
So one of my weaknesses is
charging up the sharpshooter and it misses. Well, Virtus Pro is just gonna take that mid tower because Nightfall literally is like ignoring 90% of the hero kills in this game. He is just like, I'm gonna farm, I'm gonna get objectives, and we're gonna end this game as quick as possible.
Pretty much. I mean, shout out to DM, gets Tri lane, bodies his lane anyway, takes first power in game, and pretty much plays a typical Timber song. And maybe they next game, maybe try out the quad lane. Because stopping this man's Timber was something no team in the Eastern European region could figure out. Not just season 1 of the DPC, but also season 2.
What is it about Virtus Pro, man? Online matches look like one of the best teams in the world, and then they just go to these games.
They're not, well, that's a little harsh. Although, interestingly enough, they did get, I believe it was a 2-1 against Vici Gaming, if I'm not mistaken, in the bottom half of that lower bracket. What's crazy about that is that if they win that series, Nigma goes to CI, and Vici doesn't.
Oh, man. I didn't realize.
Yeah. Because Nigma had 670. They would have made it, but Vici surpassed them with that win and got into top 8 from there.
Going out with the smoke. Han's gonna go down, trying to find Sig. Immediately go for the Orchid kill on him, but he is going to be able to save. Turn around, BKB, first shaker jumping in. Winter's first. Stops him from being able to get out the full combination here. DPK aligned through it all, is able to harass the back lines with Nightfall charging in after him. And they've got them Sables too to make sure Thompson's not 33-10. I think this game has been kind of over. I mean, Dota Plus says they had like a 90% free for the top. Other black.
Oh no! DM! He might have been listening to the cast. He's giggling. Definitely enjoying himself after that one.
Why would you say he's listening to? I don't think we're that far. He was having way more laughs than I.
That's true. I think him, from the side of Virtus Pro, is probably the most entertaining thing in that game. Like, at least we know that these 5 guys had fun. 5 guys on the other side of that